Alright, here we are in the finals for the Freestyle Cup. I am 3-0 right now, and the opponent I'm going up against is also 3-0. So this is going to be a very stressful battle for me. My first freestyle tournament again. Very fun experience though, I have to say. It's been exciting. I do really like freestyle meta. I do really like battling in freestyle, especially when there's so much concentration of the monthly cup. It's a nice step away. So let's just jump into these battles. I don't want to waste any time rambling. Let's get over there. Alright, so let's check out his team. So his team has basically the very... His team is literally perfectly balanced against my team. He has the three things that I don't want to have to go against. He has Sableye, Cresselia, and Meganium. It's funny because after the battle, he actually told me he designed his team around specifically what I was using to scrim. I mean, what could I do against that? So his team is literally designed to beat my team. Meganium's a huge threat for me. All I really have for it is Altoria. Anything else is going to be a close loss or a bad loss. I mean, really to combat it, I have that Altoria. I have Haunter to possibly win. Deoxys gets close, but it's a loss. Umbreon gets close, but it's a loss. And then Azu and Probo are just going to lose. So I'm very weak to Meganium, and I didn't expect anyone to bring it. I don't know if when we were discussing our battles for scrims, if I told him about my Meganium weakness. I might have. So I goofed. Going forward, I'm definitely not going to be sharing my strategies or any of the picks I'm going to be using for these tournaments. It may have bitten me in the back. But yeah, so looking at his team, I'm really focusing on that Meganium and Sableye. I didn't want to have to go against Sableye, but I do notice Umbreon really can shine versus this team. It's going to be able to beat everything but Meganium. So that was really cool to see. So I knew I had to lead Umbreon because it was my safest lead. But then I was worried about Meganium, so Altoria immediately stood out to me as my only real counter. So my plan was to lead Umbreon with Altoria right behind it. And then I was just really struggling to work out that final spot. Deoxys seemed like the safest pick there, and I was hoping to kind of switch into it versus the Meganium or pull off something like that and then keep Altoria alive so that he couldn't bring Whis or something to destroy my Altoria. But I wasn't really settled on that Deoxys. I kind of debated Azu too. But again, it seemed the safest, so I decided to go for that Umbreon lead with Altoria and Deoxys in the back. So let's check out the battles and we'll see how my strategy paid off. Yeah, so here we are with the battles, going with that Umbreon lead and Altoria and Deoxys in the back. Was really stressed during this matchup. I could tell that this team was perfectly designed to beat me. But game one, we open really great. We lead into Sableye. That's awesome for me. So I'm just going to farm up as much energy as I can. He does switch out, and I go for this Foul Play. He switches into Meganium. He does shield it, which is cool, so I'll switch into Altoria. And then I'll just chip down this Meganium now that it's locked in, knowing that I can take any hit from it. Just gonna go purely with fast moves. So I'll take that Frenzy Plant like it's nothing. Keep burning it down. Not gonna shield here at all. He's trying desperately to beat my Altoria with these Frenzy Plants. It's not enough. I really don't want to burn any shields here because I'm worried about Altoria potentially being farmed down by something later. There you go, you take out Meganium with Altoria, and then I'll go Sky Tech straight away to whatever comes in. It is a Whiscash, so I'll take a nice chunk of damage there, and then I can get a second Sky Attack off as well. He will shield it this time. So now he has 0 shields. and I'm really trying to push for that final Sky Attack. Was kind of worried about Blizzard, and I knew I could get the Sky Attack, so I shield the Mud Bomb coming in. Burn him down a little bit more with fast moves, and then I go for the Sky Attack so that I can have some energy in the back. Or on Altoria, I mean. So I keep going, and he brings in Sableye, and I'm just able to get off a final Sky Attack, which is great. Do a massive chunk to Sableye, and then my Altoria will go down. Then I can just bring in... I actually meant to bring in Umbreon, but I misclicked the Deoxys. So Deoxys will tank that Power Gem and then just knock down at Sableye with some fast moves. Yeah, I meant to switch in Umbreon, and then I kind of wanted to hide Deoxys so he didn't know what I had, but I accidentally clicked Deoxys on the switch, so what can you do? So we'll take that first match. Now going into the next one, we're going to go ahead and just go with the same team again. I really didn't know what to bring versus him, and this just seemed like the safest comp, so led the same thing, and this time he did decide to bring Meganium versus Umbreon, which is a very smart play on his part. Now we're just going to try to farm up some energy versus Meganium. I knew I could tank a Frenzy Plant, so my strategy was to farm up a Foul Play and switch out. So I take that hit and I switch out to Deoxys for a neutral match. He does decide to switch out into a Sableye though. So now I'll hit this Thunderbolt. Perhaps I should have just stayed in that matchup and rode it out. So I get that Thunderbolt off and do a nice amount of chip. I'm going to let Deoxys go down at this point though. Then I'm waiting for my switch timer to cool down a bit. I'll bring back in Umbreon and farm the Sableye a little bit and get a Foul Play off. Do take it out, which is great. Now Meganium comes back in, so I go for a Foul Play here. I'll burn his final shield. I decide to burn one as well, thinking that I can possibly get to another Foul Play. So I'm really trying to push for this. I think I can take the Frenzy Plant so I don't shield it. And I'm actually just short of the Foul Play because of that. So now we're at even shields, and I'm going to bring in Altoria and just chip him down with fast moves, but he'll bring in Whiscash. So I go for a Sky Attack here. I know I just have to keep Altoria alive to win, so I'm trying my best to chip down the Whiscash, and I really was afraid of this Blizzard coming in. But he baits me successfully with that Mud Bomb. Made a misplay right there. I should have went straight away for the Sky Attack, but he did have a shield, so it might not have mattered. Gonna lose that game right there. So in the next match, I spent a lot of time trying to decide what to bring. This was a huge mistake. I go with the same comp again. I should have just led Altoria here or something else, but I decided just to go with it again, thinking there's no way he's gonna lead with Meganium again. But why wouldn't he? It worked last time, right? So here we are, the same matchup again. I played the same way. I built to this Foul Play. I should have tried to ride the match out or something. But this time I decide to actually go for the Foul Play. And I get a shield here. So now I'm farming up a little bit more energy. And I'm trying to make a smart play. And I decided to actually shield here. But I was trying to build energy and then switch into Altoria to take the Frenzy Plant. So slight misplay on my part. Now he'll switch out his Meganium on my Altoria switch. I go for a Dragon Pulse thinking he won't shield. Do a massive chunk, and then I decide that I don't actually want to keep Altoria alive, so I don't shield it at all. He goes Blizzard and knocks out my Altoria, so I'm at a very bad position at this point. Bring in Deoxys and I just try to chip down his Whiscash and build up some energy. Gets that Mud Bomb off, but I'm still just getting energy. Waiting to see what he brings in. I see him really close to Thunderbolt, so I decide that I'm going to try to build to Thunderbolt and launch it to whatever comes in. Try and get a shield. He brings in Sableye, I'll go for Thunderbolt, and he doesn't shield it, which is cool. And then I can switch to Umbreon and go straight away for this Foul Play that I built up. And I'll get the final shield there, but then he's going to switch out to Meganium. I shield this Frenzy Plant right here. So now we both have 0 shields, and I can actually get to this foul play and knock out the Meganium. But his Sableye has some energy in the back, so I'm trying to chip it down as much as I can. Too short for a foul play, and his Power Gem can now knock out Umbreon. I bring in Deoxys and I make such a stupid play. I have Psycho Boost and I decide not to go for it because I wanted to go for a Thunderbolt. So because of that delay, he's able to actually get off a charge move and take that match. But I had Psycho Boost. Really disappointing to lose like that, especially to a misplay like that. But he put up a really good game. His team was perfectly designed against me. So kudos to him. Yeah, so I'm still kind of bummed about that loss. Such a bad misplay on my part. I should have just went for that Psycho Boost and I could have won the tournament. I don't know why I didn't. Really silly to do actually. But yeah, his team was perfectly balanced against mine. He literally designed it to beat my team. So I guess at the end of the day, what can you really do? But yeah, it was really fun to play in the freestyle tournament. I'm definitely gonna try and do a few more. Every month I should be able to do one plus my monthly cup. So expect more freestyle content in the future. We weren't able to take this cup this time, but I promise you next time we're not gonna make any misplays and we're gonna take that next cup. So please join me for the next cup. I really hope you enjoyed this series. Disappointing to lose, but I had a lot of fun again. So if you guys like this freestyle series, please let me know. I'll definitely try to post more, assuming there's any interest for it. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you don't mind, please leave me a like, comment, and give me a sub. Take care for now.